And maybe, just maybe, people are not born dumber today. Maybe the problem is worse than that. Maybe society's slowly training people to be less capable. We remove the risk, soften the standards, replace judgment with feelings, replace skills with services, and replace consequences with explanations. So the real question is not just are people getting dumber? The real question is are we building a world where being helpless has become a normal thing? You tell me, my brother, what do you say? How are you doing?
Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of It's Not Okay TV with Shits and Giggles. How you doing, my brother? I'm doing a-okay to answer your question.
Well,
I am a little bit confused today, a little bit exhausted, and a little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything, right? Well, I got to
Yeah.
start something off, my brother, because already,
Oh.
already we got asked. So there you go. Well,
I think you're on mute.
yeah, I am on mute. I had to give that to our chat member because we were asked, and we're here to please everybody. That's what we do, my brother. That's what we
Yes.
do. So, what say you?
Well, to answer your question, I think we are getting dumber.
You think we
I
are
think
getting
we
dumber?
are. Yeah.
All right.
Generation by generation. Because we make everything so easy, everything has become so easy that we do not stress anymore. We do not think anymore. We do not put the time to resolve a problem. We immediately ask somebody for the answer or go on Google to find out the answer. We do not do the research anymore. So, yeah, I think that we are getting dumber.
You think we are getting dumber? Well, I don't know if we are or not, but that's what we're gonna get our hands into tonight. We're
Yeah,
gonna talk
because
about the different things. Is it society? Is it just the way things are, or so forth? Like for instance, basic repair skills are disappearing. This is the kind of situation. The controversy is. Are we more advanced or are adults becoming helpless with anything that does not have a touchscreen kind of situation? I mean, we don't know how to fix this. We don't know how to fix our plumbing. We don't know how to fix our flat tires anymore. We can't, if our doors are blowing through wind, we don't know how to take care of that. Back in the day, people fixed sinks, changed tires, patched clothes. They did all these things. They replaced fuses in their houses. Nowadays,
yeah,
you just got to flip a switch, not even replace anything. And yet,
yeah,
people
yeah,
don't go over to a fuse box and they're like, how do I do this? Or unclog a drain or, any of these kind of things. And
yeah.
nowadays, small problems become service calls, replacement purchases, and panic services and things like that. Everything's online. So I don't know. What do you think is happening?
Well, I think everything is about being disposable. Every single product that you have in your house is disposable. You know,
Yeah.
uh, you have less mechanical learning because of that. You have more dependence on specialists. Even with the smartphones, back in the day, you could just take the battery out by yourself, replace it with a new one, and you're good to go. Right now, if you want to replace your battery, you have to search for a service, you have to pay a specialist to change the battery for you and stuff like that, you know.
That's the truth. Do you know that I was reading statistic about the Army saying that
Yeah,
71% of the United States youth don't even qualify for military service anymore. That's for reasons because of obesity, drugs, health, misconduct, things like that, or just a plain old aptitude test. 71%, dude, 71% can't even
71%. Yeah.
qualify to go kill people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Think about it. Really, I mean, that's pretty sad. So the question I have really to the people over in chat, which we got to say hello to them. We blew them off right from the beginning because I like to get things started at first. Did convenience really make life better for us, or did it quietly kill competence? This is really what I'd like to know about this. I personally think it's killing competency. Competency. I,
Yeah,
I do. I think just not taking the time is killing it.
Yeah, it does, and it does make life better because you don't have to take care of stuff, you don't have to do things on your own, you don't have to repair stuff by yourself. But at the same time, like you said before, it kills everything. Back in the day, everybody was a mechanic. When I was, I don't know, 10 years old, everybody was a mechanic, everybody knew how to repair his car because everybody had to do it.
Well, you're a handyman. I mean, you know how to take care of a lot of stuff. I mean, you make me look stupid, actually. you
I,
know?
yeah, well, that's the thing, because Romania is, you were born in the States, right?
Yeah.
And Romania is a couple of years behind the United States when it comes to technology and stuff like that. So, I you grew up in an era where it was easily to call somebody and say, "Man, fix my stuff. Man, take care of this."
Yeah.
But here in Romania, as I was growing up, even if you wanted to call somebody, it would have been very expensive. So to to go over that and not pay somebody, you had to do it yourself. you know so that's the first reason why I started learning how to repair my own stuff, how to
I,
change a sink, how to repair my car, how because I didn't want to pay somebody to do something that I could do it if I tried.
well, I
I
have
don't
been
know.
learning that. I have been learning that since I've been in Romania, to be honest with you. I mean, I've always known how to change a tire or something, but I mean, I have really learned how to MacGyver stuff now. We have a saying in America, MacGyver, because it was a show. Well,
With,
this guy take a
with,
piece of
with
chalk that can save your life with it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah, but yeah, here in Romania, most of the people had to live like that, had to fix everything they had because of money, most of it because of money. And it's cheaper, and you gotta know how to survive in case of something. You gotta know how to take care of yourself and make your house livable.
you got to do it. You got to do it. Well, all right. So I'm saying that society is taking away competency. Now we're
Yeah,
going to dig in tonight what those things are. We're going to talk about what some of those things are that are destroying the competency. That's a hard word to say, dude. Imagine saying that after a couple of apple juices. But man, before we get into number two, number three, and moving on down the line, number seven's a good one, man. I like it a lot because it has to do with something that most of us deal with. But we have to work our way down to number seven. Until then, let's go say hello to the chat real quick, brother. Why don't you
yeah.
say hello to everybody for me if you can name them all? Let's see if you miss any.
Oh, let's see. We have Ben A
We have Benet.
with us tonight. We have Joey's opinion. We've got Shane Chambers. We've got Sora. We've got Michael. Michael
Mi-
Byrne.
Michael, who do we have? Michael. Oh, we do have Michael. An
We
extremely
do have
connected
Michael.
society creates, let me see what he has to say over here. An extremely connected society creates more specialists and less jacks of all trades. Yes, yes. That is something that me and Michael, that is something me and Milo over here speak of a lot right here because being American, I see things a little differently. We learn kind of something specific in a high school or, a vocational school, a trade school. We tend to learn more of one thing and less of a lot of things. That's my opinion, being American, anyhow. Whereas over
Yeah,
here, for instance, in Europe, they tend to learn a little bit about a lot of stuff and
about
become the
everything.
jack
Yeah,
about everything. And they become the jack of all trades kind of situation. Now, I don't know which one's better or worse for society or to help you grow. I guess that's up for debate kind of situation. But listen, I did want to get to Michael there. Thank you for joining us, Michael. Do appreciate it. You also left off Kashmir, Nomad,
yeah.
Christian.
No, man.
You
Yeah.
left off all these guys. Come on, man. Hello, guys. How you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight.
And yeah, that's it.
That's it for
I
right
think
now,
I think
right?
we
But they're going to
covered
join us.
everything. Yeah.
They're going to join us come trivia time because Vinay says she's going to destroy Ghost Stomper, who's going to come in here later. If he hadn't passed out and missed our trivia last week, there would be a real run for the money. But Vinay's running away with it. It's the last trivia of the month. So, how about school standards? They keep dropping. Are schools helping the students nowadays, or are they lowering the bar until failure becomes almost impossible? Which one do you think it is? I mean, banning books, doing this like back in the day, for instance, failing meant failing. You actually failed. You got a big old F. You go home, your parents kick your ass or yell at you or punish you. There was consequences to it. Deadlines really mattered. Spelling
Yeah.
mattered. Reading full books was a normal thing. Nowadays though, it's retakes, it's late work, it's grade inflations because a parent gets angry, or relaxed disciplines. They've lowered the expectations so much that it's become more like constant complaints. And
Yeah.
so I think the school standards keep dropping because of this. But why do you think it's happening?
Well, basically, I think it's mostly because of parent pressure, school founding pressure, fear of lawsuits, because that happens a lot, mental health concerns, and administrative weaknesses.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think that pretty much touches on a lot of them, anyhow,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to the parents and the fears of lawsuits. I think this is something that's interfered with a lot of society, a learning, a lot. It's created a lot of fear. Now, the rest of the world's a little bit different than America. The numbers when we speak of these things that we're speaking about tonight, a lot of
yeah,
them are based on U.S.
on
You know,
US, yes.
the U.S., not really global, because the U.S. they tend to put out a lot more statistics than globally speaking. So we tend to stick with the U.S. kind of stuff. So some of these numbers are different when it comes globally speaking. But in the United States, let me be clear with that. Let me be
In the
specific with
United
that. In the
States.
United States, lawsuits are abundant. Lawsuits are everywhere. Lawsuits, they will break people. They'll destroy businesses. So people are truly afraid of them, including schools. For instance, in 2024, 33% of U.S. eighth graders were below the national average of reading.
Below.
33%. That's below the national average of
uh,
eighth grader readers. I mean, 33% of them in 2024. That's ridiculous. So the question I'm really asking, are we protecting students or preparing them badly for real life? What do you think it is?
well, I think we're preparing them very, very badly for real life, because, man, I think the way we grew up was a lot better than the kids these days. Just even the school. I mean, I saw a report a couple of days ago saying that the schools invested a lot of money. I don't know how many, but it was a huge number in computers. They started getting rid of paper. They started getting rid of the pen, and everybody went digital, right?
Cursive writing. They stopped doing the
Yeah,
cursive writing,
yeah,
that writing. They
yeah.
stopped teaching that in school too.
Yeah, so right now, because of that, they said that it affects the children in a negative way. So they're trying to go back to the pen and paper after they invested millions in computers.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Well, Shane, let's go back to what Shane's saying over here. They make cars so you can work, so you can't work on them yourselves with special tools. They got special tools. They got
yeah,
this. They got that. That's true. And everything's electronics. Nomad says, Joey, the problem is that nowadays people are too safety conscious. Everyone is too scared of FAFO. Fuck around, find out. For anybody who doesn't know, that's true. Let me see. What's Vinay saying? She is being the group administrator. She is over there saying, hello to everybody. Nomad in South Africa, the pass rate is 30%. So you have a bunch of dumbasses leaving school. Well, yeah, especially when they don't know how to spell leaving, Nomad. I agree with you. I agree with you, because if you have a bunch of dumbasses leaving school, I'm the guy. I'm that smartass who has to pick on a typo. Nomad, I'm fucking with you, man. So it's look, school is to me. I was just having this debate with somebody the other day in a school, because our kid goes to a school called Waldorf. It's a public school, but it's a special public school. And they were asking me, how is it? And I said, I really don't. I'm not a big fan of it, because they learn more creativity, creative stuff, sewing and artsy stuff than they do the numbers and stuff. But then it also comes to me like this. I'm not a big fan of the school system the present way in either country, or either way. I'm not a big fan of it, because they teach you trigonometry, they teach you geometry, they teach you all these things. Now, while it's good to know a little bit of it, I think that in most of our lives, unless you're going to specifically go to be a NASA rocket scientist, or a building construction engineer, or architect, unless you're specifically going to go do something with those numbers and things, I don't see why you need to learn that. I don't see why you need to go into depth in a lot of these things in school. I think they waste a lot of brain power. The person said to me in turn, yeah, but you learn it, you get it in your brain, it's good to have. But here's my fight back. You really don't remember it. And they
No, you
try to
don't.
force so much into it, you don't get it anyway. They said, and my belief is if you're a person who's built like A, why do B? Focus your attention on A, learn what you need to do with that, and you can move ahead further. And the space in your brain can be filled up with stuff you will legitimately be using. That's my take. I think the school system is a broken system all the way around. I think there's a better way of teaching kids rather than just force feeding them, required
Well,
topics. That's my opinion.
it's a system. It's a system, and you need. I mean, in Romania, I think, yeah, you have to do 8 grades, and after 8 grades, you can actually choose a profile that you would like to move forward with. So after 8 years of school, you finally have the chance to choose what you would like to do with your life. And
It's true.
even that, you have to pass an exam to be allowed to study that, right? So I think that it would be better if you get to choose from 5th grade. You would like
But,
to study, man,
but,
yeah.
but I
But
don't know.
instead,
Fifth grade,
like,
you're a little young, man. You don't have. You ask a fifth grader what you want to do in life. I want to be a UFC fighter. Ask them again in ninth grade. No, no, no. I don't want to do that. I want to be a firefighter.
no,
You
but
know.
I'm saying it in the way that you said, that they're trying to teach you so much math,
Yeah.
science,
Whoa, whoa.
biology,
Re- re-
everything.
re- relax. You're going to get Michael upset here, man. You're going to get Michael upset. Hey, if
Why?
you're going to hate on the current curriculum, don't hate on trig and geometry. Oh, but me thinks he
I,
might be a math major, but
he might be.
he might be a math major over there. So no, I got to hate on those two because I'm completely illiterate when it comes to math, man. I can read, I can spell with the best of them, but when it comes to math, I can't do any. Mandatory military school. Michael, I got to be honest with you. Uh, I'm a back and forth on the mandatory military school. Why? I don't. I'm a person who believes that military. I'm not necessarily a school, but a school is a good. Excuse me, my pouch keeps falling out. But a school is a good intermedium, right? It's kind of like a little less than the military itself, less chance of going to war and getting hurt and stuff. But I do believe, being a person who was in the Marine Corps, I do believe that military itself is something that could teach people a lot of things. And I
Yeah.
do believe that military, some sort of military training, be it in a school or being actually in the service, should be mandatory. Yes, I kind of believe it should be. I kind of believe it should be. Yeah, with a specialty. With a specialty.
Yeah.
If you're a grunt, a machine gunner or something, that's a little different. But if you're somebody who puts your efforts into it, you can earn a lot of stuff through the military, as well as discipline, regulations, respect. You can learn a lot of things through the military. So, yeah, it's mandatory one way or another. That's my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think?
I'm with you on this one. Yeah. In a way, it's a good thing having the military mandatory.
It is, but I struggle with making like a draft military because knowing there's a lot of people out there who are not meant to be fighters, right?
Yeah.
And knowing their luck, they're made to go into the service when they're 18 years old, and a war breaks out, and now they're over there fighting when all they wanted was a real college education, And there's safer, easier, better ways to teach a child discipline and respect, and at that point, you're not really a child, right? I should say a person. But I stopped short of saying it should be mandatory draft, but I do believe military training of some sort.
Yeah,
Maybe one
like a summer.
like a summer or even a year of it. Yes, just short of going to war.
Yeah.
Kind of like
You,
a
you-
boot camp, kind of like a
yeah,
boot
yeah,
camp
something like
mandatory
that.
for everybody, something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I do believe that there should be some sort of institution in place for that. I do. Let me see. Let me see who else agrees, who doesn't agree. Let me see. Nomad says no. Shane says rich people buy their dumb kids way into college. Take the spots out of smart poor kids. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That is part of that is part of a broken system that happens in America anyhow. Over here in Europe, it's not so bad like that. If you're
Yeah,
smart, you get your free education, you get your free institution, you get your free college. If you're smart and you put your
yeah,
nose to the grindstone, and I do believe it should be that way in America too. I'm not one of these people who believe free education for all. I don't believe that, but I do believe if you're in high school and you maintain, well, you guys call them numbers over here, nines, tens, eights, nines, tens. We have fours, for three, twos, fours, and 10, so forth, so on. I do believe that if you maintain an A plus, or a 9-10 average in your high school, I do believe you should have your university of choice given to you for free. I do believe that. And I believe if you maintain a B or an 80% or something, you should get 50, 60% of your education paid for. If you don't want to put the effort in at that point, then you should have none of your education paid for. So I think there's a medium line here. It doesn't have to be an all-sum game. It doesn't have to be everybody gets free education or nobody gets free education. There is a way to structure it where the smart people, as Shane says, even if you're poor, have schools. So that's my opinion. Michael says, I've very nearly joined the Navy and chose university instead, but then I went ahead and dropped out of that anyway. Well, at least you had the choice of dropping out of the university, so it wasn't a
yeah.
dumb move. You know what I mean? So definitely. Michael's over here again. Hey, us. He's hey-haying us again. I think education should be state funded. What do you mean it should be not for free? Expand on that, please. I just expanded, Michael. I don't think it should be free for everybody. I think there's a lot of people who don't deserve the free education. They don't put the effort into it. Why should the money go to it? If you put the effort into your school, if you put the effort in maintaining an 80% average or better, then I think your education should be free and paid by the state. Absolutely. I'm with you. That's what I mean. There is a hybrid here. That does not to say that every person should get free education. That's simply just illogical, and it doesn't work. I mean, I just don't think that that's a smart way to go for anybody, not for them, not for the people who pay it, not for anything. But I do believe if the kids put the effort into it, they should get a free education. That's my opinion. Now you can debate at what point is putting effort into it, 70%, 80%, 90%. We could debate that. But of a scholarship system, something like a scholarship system, Michael, yeah, something like a scholarship system, but done through the federal government or state governments, yeah, something like that. But the scholarship, it doesn't, the way that I know scholarships, you have to win them, right? You could be up a school might give you. A school might have like $1 million worth of scholarships, let's say, okay, and that'll do, I don't know, let's say 1,000 students, or 500 students, okay, but they're limited. I don't think there should be a limit on that. I think if there's 550 students that qualify, they should all get that. It shouldn't be limited like that. So yeah, a type of scholarship, but a scholarship based on yourself. Yeah, you do well, you get free education. I think it's logical. So yeah,
that's how it is here in Romania. Each university has, let's say, 100 places, 100 students get a scholarship. The top 100 in their scores, they get a scholarship in each field.
Yeah, but what happens if you have 150 of them? The point is, like, what happens if you have 150 and they all pretty much have the same score? 50 lose out because of that system. That's not an okay system. See, that's where I disagree with the system.
Yeah,
the system should support all of them if they make all of them. Period. You can debate who pays it. You can debate on where it gets funded. We can debate that all day, right? But that's how the system should be at the end of the day. Hey, welcome, Ice Springer. Glad to have you. You joined us, man. You joined us. What do you got to say over here, Ice? Let me. They're limited to the people who get the best grades, which is what you're advocating for, Joey. Yes, but no. I'm saying yes for the people who get the best grades, Icebringer. But the important caveat, what I'm saying is it's not for the people who have the best grades. It should be a set grade. It should be, let's say, 80%. We're all in agree that 80% is way better than passing, right? Let's just say 80%. Maybe 75, maybe 70, maybe 90, but let's just say 80%. Any student who gets 80% or better should have free education, period, punct, end of story. We can debate, like I said, who pays for it, how they get there. But if they do that work to get to 80%, they get it. So it's not about the best getting it. It's about all getting it who get into that bracket. All. So yeah, I'm not the word limited, as you put there. They're limited to people who get the best grades. Yeah, yeah. That word limited really doesn't go, but yes, I do. Why do you feel like paying for somebody who's just going to go to school and party all day and not learn? Do you feel like paying for somebody and giving your tax monies when it could go to something different, something better to help somebody else, to pay for people that are going to fail out anyway, go to university, drop out in a year or two anyway, and you just wasted a year or two of your money? I mean, do you feel like doing that? I don't, but I have no problem paying or even paying a little extra money to help the people go in there that really want to do it and get there. I have no problem with that. So yeah, I don't like the word limited the way you put it, but yes, basically that's what I'm saying. All right. So what do you say, my brother?
100% with you.
What are you laughing at, man?
And I don't like the word limited either. It's not a good word. It's not.
Yeah, because it's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But you can use it. You can use it, right? You can say limited. Yeah, you could use that word limited
to the best 20%.
Yeah, it should to the best 20%, not to the best 5% or the best 1%. No, it shouldn't be limited like that. It should be limited to the top 20% or top 30% of the school. Yes, it should be limited to that. And under that, they pay their way or go work with your hands somewhere. Go dig holes, go grab strawberries or take avocados out of the, what are they, trees or ground? Whatever it is, just do it.
Trees.
But yeah, you know what I mean? So you know, that's how it goes. Let me get one more with the school before we move on to our next topic, brother. We'll take one more from the school. Should be free after high school. I'd agree, but for the people who are slow, that system who would be designed for have them drop out, fall. For the people who are slow, you mean like that kind of slow, dude? If you're talking like that kind of slow, that's a whole different ball game, dude. That's you know, we're talking donuts. You're trying to go into croissants. It's something different, you know. It's something different. I completely agree, but for debate's sake. So you know, I'm just trying. Shane,
go grab the strawberries.
What else, man? Shane, what else? I mean, yeah. I mean, like I say, this was a topic I wanted to get into on a full scale basis. As you can see, we just did 15 minutes on the school. This was something, Milo, I had told you I wanted to do in the first place for a whole podcast, was talking about the education system and the schooling system. We'll get into that. So let's move on. Parenting becoming overprotection. What do you think about that? You know, are parents raising safer kids or less capable adults nowadays? You know, back in the day, kids walked to school, they played outside. They got bored. They solved fights, made mistakes, learned independence early at age, like Gen X. I'm a Gen Xer. Nowadays, many kids are tracked. They're scheduled. They're supervised. They're protected. Most of them are emotionally managed, you know, through ordinary discomforts. I mean, that's how it is, you know, but I don't know why it's happening. Any ideas?
Yeah. I think most of that is happening because of fear, because of legal liability, maybe guilt, parenting, or even because the families grew smaller, like they're not like they used to be with 5, 6, 7, 8 children. Right now you have one, maybe two, in special occasions 3. You know, you've got online panic, you've got competitive parenting culture. I mean, it's all over the place.
You know, yeah, because I'm listening to you, I'm also reading the chats too. I'm also reading the chats and I'm listening to you, and I'm getting a little stuck because I'm down here and I'm thinking like, what's his name is over, or what's his name? Icebringer's like, yeah, that kind of slow, and I'm thinking back on I shouldn't have done that, but. I shouldn't have done that, but I didn't know how else. If I said the word retarded, then I would have got picked on and canceled for saying the word retarded, which is exactly what we're talking about tonight. These kind of things, you know. So I could never understand canceling that word retarded, for instance. Retarded means slow, right? Now it's a tone, like the word fuck, for instance. You could say, oh, fuck it. It doesn't really mean nothing, or fuck all, you know, it means fuck all. It doesn't mean, but then you can go F you, and it means something, right? Yeah. So I believe that word retarded is in tonation. I believe it's how you say it in the aspect you say it. But just saying the word somebody's retarded, I don't think that's a reason for cancel culture nowadays. Why? Take it just fire retardant. What does that do? What is that meant to do? It is meant to slow down a fire. It is meant to stop a fire, to make things slower, just in pure definition. Retardant means slow. It's not a figure of slur, unless it's meant to be a figure of slur. There's a difference. And so,
I didn't know that.
what, fire retardant?
Yeah.
That's what they call it, a fire retardant. That's things that slow. That's what it's called, and that's meant to slow, quote, down the fire. A retardant. So when you think about it, it's not a bad word. It's the tonation, the intonation you put on it. So that's my opinion. So listen, Nomad, I think parents are getting limited by what they can do to correct their children, to teach the kids right from wrong. I do agree with you, Nomad, 100%. 100%. We can get into that in a minute. Icebreaker, parents are forced to raise safer kids. The kids are taught in school that if they don't like what their parents say or do, they can just call this number. It's called CPS, Child Protection Service, CPS.
Yeah.
Let me see. We'll take one more. Shane, what to do later? Oh, I know. I'm going to go grab me some strawberries. Nomad says, you are allowed to say retarded again. It's not a banned word anymore. Well, you know what, Nomad? I'm very glad to hear that, because I never fucking stopped. I never fucking stopped saying the word retarded, because I'm not one of these people. First of all, I'm glad you put this up here, Michael. I'm retarded and I'm offended. You know something? If you were retarded, you couldn't be offended, because you wouldn't even know what retarded meant. So that is a lie. You is a troller. You is trolling me, Michael. Because think about this for a second. Think about this. You get a mongoloid child out there. You get somebody who's really severely handicapped or deficient. We talked about this in one of our shows once before, Milo. Yeah. And you get somebody who's really retarded out there. They're happy as fuck. They're having a great time. They don't know reality. They don't know they're retarded. They don't know that they're special. You know how they know? They know because people around them are telling them, you're special. You can't do this. You can't. No, they're out there loving life more than probably you, me, or everybody in this chat right now. Yep, so, a retard is not offended by the word retarded. Trust me. It's just not happening. So Shane says you have a point there. Vinay says, look, yeah, right. So that's how it goes, man. These people. Shane's not retarded. He's got a brain worm. Yeah. Oh, Shane, what do you say about that, man? Oh my goodness, that is some funny shit right there. So, man, parents over becoming protection. We got to slow down there. At what point does protection become preparation for failure? That's what I'd like to know. At what point?
Man, at the point that we live today. I see new families with their children, and they're so overprotective comparing with how we used to grow up. They're always with sanitizer on their hands. Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
Right. My wife is over here dumping sanitizer on my kid's hand every time. Yeah. Now, since COVID, I have not objected. But before COVID, I was like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody got the fear with COVID, and they started using sanitizer and stuff like that. Like, that's going to help. But still, even they have the wet wipes, with sanitizer on them, and you see kids on the playground. They touch a piece of wood, or they touch a swing, and immediately the parent, oh no, let me wipe your hands. He's not gonna die from it. That's how you build your immune system.
Eating dirt. That's how you build your immune. Yeah. Take that pile of mud and just in your face.
Just munch on it.
Yeah. Man, I know I've learned a lot of things in life just by learning, just by hurting myself. Hey, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. My wife has a hard time letting my son go a mile on his bike. He's almost 11 years old, and she doesn't even let him go a mile away on his bike, man. And I get upset. As soon as she turns her back, he says to me, Dad, can I go? And I'm like, go, get out of here before you. It's not right. That's a whole different debate for the husband-wife debate. You shouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
But you're not doing the kid any favors by telling him no.
And there's another thing, especially when it comes to toys and stuff like that. I mean, parents nowadays they flood their childrens with toys, with phones, with computers, with
Yeah,
everything, and
yeah.
they get a toy. They're happy for like 5 minutes. They play with it for like 5 minutes, and they throw it in a corner and forget about it. Man, back in the day when I used to get a toy or gift or something, man, I used to play with that and take care of it for as long as I could, and I would appreciate that toy. But nowadays they don't really appreciate these things anymore because they're so used to getting stuff that they lost the appreciation, and
It,
that's
it,
going to affect them in the future because they're not going to be able to appreciate the small things in life. They're always going to be like, oh, I deserve everything, I
yeah,
should
you
have
deserve.
everything. Yeah, no, you do not deserve. You earn, you don't deserve.
You do. You do. The U.S. Army recruiting data says that 50% of the youth know little to nothing about military service. Man, that shows a wide disconnect from discipline-based institutions, bro. 50%. That's a lot, man. Back in the day, everybody knew of the military. Back in the day,
Yeah,
everybody knew if they wanted to sign up or not. So to have 50% of the youth not to know little to nothing is pretty bad. What are they saying over here, man? Let me see. Man, parents are worse than ever about having unreachable expectations for the kid for their kids as well, which makes it tough on the kids to the point of suicide even sometimes. But we hear It's Not Okay TV. Highly recommend. Do not commit suicide. It is deadly, and it's the end game. Come on, I'm not lying, right? If you or anybody is having a difficult time about suicide, I've seen this on the movie, so I know we have to do this. If you or anybody is struggling, call the hotline 1-800 Don't Kill Myself. Do that, and you'll be okay. Okay, we got you. We got you. So Shane says, make more mud pies, kids. Try them with strawberries. Well, you're not going to let me live down that strawberry shit, are you? So
nope.
what does Michael say? We shouldn't use hand sanitizer because it creates alcohol-resistant bacteria. And we
Yeah,
have enough problems with alcohol germs. Man, I never really thought about alcohol germs before, to be honest. I thought about over alcohol. I thought about, alcohol poisoning, but
yeah.
never alcohol germs. At least I have something in my head, Ice. But
Yes.
Ice and Shane are going at it over here in the chat, bro. man. All right, so yeah, I think parenting has become overprotective, and I don't think they're doing any favors
No, 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 no,
doing that with
because
their.
when they're gonna be 18 and they move to college to another city or stuff like that, and they're all by themselves,
Yeah.
they're gonna have a shock because mom and dad is not gonna be there to prepare dinner for them. Mom and dad is not gonna be there to pay their bills. They have to pay themselves the bills and stuff like that. They know nothing about responsibility.
No, that's
So
true. They don't. How about feelings are treated like facts? This kind of thing. When did being offended become proof that someone is wrong, for instance? Just because you're offended, like Michael for being retarded. I mean, Michael's retarded and he gets offended pretty easily. So since when does that become proof someone is wrong? Back in the day, people could be upset and still be expected to argue the facts. But nowadays, emotional reactions, for instance, often shut down debates before evidence is even discussed. You can't even discuss a perfect. Well, I'm not going to get into it. This perfect example is MAGA. Perfect example is MAGA. You
yep.
can present them with all the evidence in the world, but it does
And
not matter.
they're
It does
gonna
not
be
matter.
no,
No,
no.
they will twist it and turn it in every. We're not getting into that subject right now. But why is this happening, my brother?
That is mostly because of therapy language, institutional fear, public shaming, complaint culture, and emotional reasoning, probably.
Probably, but you know, there's new statistics out that I was reading. I think the Pew reports it was saying that Americans most people can be trusted. Saying that when people say most people can be, it fell from 46% back in the 70s to 34% in the 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that, if I remember correctly. So it has fallen quite a bit. It's fallen 12, 13 points, 14 points off of memory, saying that most people can be trusted. So that's because the facts no longer pertain to what's reality anymore. People, there was a saying made a couple of years ago: alternate facts, alternate reality, alternate facts. Of course, there's no such thing. Facts are facts, man. There's no such thing as alternative facts. But this was something that was made up during the first Trump administration. So my question is actually to you: are we becoming more emotionally aware or less able to handle disagreement? Which are we becoming more emotionally aware, or can we just not handle it, the disagreement, because we're so used to being, cooed and wooed and given everything we want growing up?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think less able to handle disagreements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because if we get together and we talk about something, we might disagree. We do disagree on some of our subjects, but at the same time, we are open to hear your opinion. I'm open to hear why you disagree with me, and I
Yes.
might be agreeing with you at the end of the night.
Yes.
That's the thing.
That's the
But
important part. Keeping that
yeah,
open mind, being able to hear it. Yes.
yeah, but most of the people these days, they just don't even care about listening to your opinion. That's what I know, and that's how it is. No, it's not. You have to have an open mind and be open to somebody else's opinion, even if it's not what you want to hear.
I got in an argument the other day with somebody, and they used this line on me: I know what I believe. And when they said that to me, the argument stopped immediately, because, well, it stopped immediately because for some reason right now it doesn't sound quite as the way it did during the argument. But
Yeah.
when I heard it was getting to be a heated argument, and they said, I know what I believe and you can't tell me. And something about the way that it was put, I know what I believe.
Yeah.
Believe and know are two different things.
Yes.
So when they said that to me, for some reason, my brain picked immediately up on that and was like, "Buh, this argument is done.
It's done. Yeah. You're not getting anywhere.
You're not going to get anywhere, right? Because they're
No.
talking to you about what they believe.
Yeah.
So for them, that is their truth.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it true. That
No.
makes it their truth. And there's no point in going on from that after
No,
that,
because
right?
they're not open to hearing your point.
They're
They
not, right? I mean, I handled that right by getting out of that, right?
Yeah, immediately. I mean, why get into it?
When they said that to me, man, I can't explain it to you. It was just like it clicked my brain real quick. I mean, it was like immediately, I know what I believe. I was like,
you know what? Okay.
Fine, fantastic. I did turn around and say one more. I did turn around because I have to have the last word, and said some shit like, well, where did you go? Where? My brother left us. My brother left us. So I know what I believe, and that's one of these kind of situations where, just because you believe something, I'm the first person who says that if you believe something, that makes it true to you, right? That makes it true to you. That doesn't make, and nobody can tell you any different. Right, wrong, or indifferent, if you believe it, stand with it, I guess. That's truth to you. But you also need to keep the open mind that just because you believe something does not necessarily make it fact. And that's the difference. Welcome back, my brother. Glad you could join us.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought you went for some strawberries. I was like, man, he must have went for some strawberries. I must have made him hungry or some shit.
I was close to doing that.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of strawberries. So if you live in a glass house, you should throw strawberries, Shane says. And they're stuck on the strawberry, man. How about military standards and how it became a culture war type situations? For instance, the controversy would be, can institution built for war survive if society demands comfort, inclusion, and softness at the same time? I mean, you can't really have them all together, right? Back in the day, the military was understood as a discipline, as a hierarchy, as a toughness, as a sacrifice. a missions first kind of thinking. Nowadays, it's about fitness standards, mental health, recruitment, grooming, gender policy, you name it. And the disciplines are all public arguments. But why is that happening?
Man, it's mostly because the lower physical readiness, in my opinion, and less trust in the institutions. I mean, I hear a lot of people saying, why should I join the military? Why should I protect a country that doesn't protect me?
Yeah.
Political division is one of the reason, and fewer families connected to the service, because nowadays when military is no longer mandatory, you hear less and less people talking about the military, less patriots telling stories of their life in the army, in the military,
Yeah.
and this way people are not encouraged to join the military anymore. And when the government comes out and says, okay, we're gonna make military mandatory, why should I join the military? I mean, you're taking all my money, you're raising all my taxes, I can barely survive on a minimum wage. Why
Do you think
should
if they
fight?
offered free strawberries, people would join?
It's a possibility. They should offer something.
Yeah. I was
At
thinking.
least instead of taking, they should offer something. At least some strawberry. Shame.
Well, I know that there's something like less than it's about 1% of the U.S. population currently serves in the military now. When back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, it was something like 4% of the population had something to do with the military one way or another. But now it's 1%. So the question I want to ask is, should military standards reflect society, or should they resist society? What do you think the military standard should be like?
That's a very good question. The way you formatted. Yeah, I think
strawberry with some toes. I have no strawberries, Renee.
Jesus.
I have no strawberries, but I got your toes. I got your toes. Hello.
Jesus.
But I got no strawberries. Sorry. I'm strawberry. Well, she did ask for the toes, man. I mean, she did. Look. If you don't believe me, if you don't look, strawberry with some toes. She wanted them.
Man. Bam.
No, but you know what? I could show you something. I didn't step in. Did I step in poop? Were my feet dirty, my brother? Because they might be. Because I have them in slippers. But
I did not notice that.
No, but you know what I did find when I stepped in poop one day? I have a birthmark. I have one birthmark on my entire body, and it's about the size of, I don't know, maybe a pencil eraser, a little less than a pencil eraser. You know where it's at? It's right in between my little toe and my next toe. I don't know what you call that. That's pretty fucked up. This is the index finger, the thumb. This is the ring finger. This is the middle finger, the little finger, the index. I guess they all do have one, but this is the ring finger.
Yeah.
On the left hand. What's this one called on the right hand? It has no name for it.
I
think it's a little fucked up that we, as people, as a society, left that finger without a name.
No. It's the secondary ring finger. In case you lose this one, you must have a backup. You know what I mean?
I don't have any gray stuff on my feet, Nomad. No, man. You know what? They're gonna make me show my feet again. They're gonna make me show my feet.
Man, I did not pay attention last time, so we gotta check again.
No, I'm not. Man, I got no gray stuff, and I got nothing wrong with my feet. My feet are good. But what I was saying is, I have a mole between my toe and this one, like a birthmark, and I found that when I was about 9 or 10 years old. I never knew I had it until I stepped barefoot into some poop, and I had to clean my foot. It's the truth. So when he says I stepped barefoot into some dog poop, and I had to clean out between my toes and everything, and that mark would not go away. And I spent a good 10 minutes rubbing on it, trying to scrub it off. And remember crying to my mom, this poop won't go away. And it turns out it was the only birthmark I have on my entire body. So yeah. No, I don't have athlete's foot. No, Matt, sorry. I is good. My feet. In fact, I haven't run for a long, long time. There's definitely no athlete in my feet. Trust me. There's definitely no athlete in my feet. So Maybe poop stains. Yes. So, all right. I'm sorry, my brother. I got sidetracked with the toe thing there. So, should military standards reflect society, or should they resist today? Kind of more or less resist society kind of situation. What do you think?
Well, I think military standards should reflect society, and people should join the military. The people, it should be an honor to be a part of the military, you know. But by saying that, the country, what, let me put it this way. Let me compare the country with a company, right? So
Right.
the company represents the employer, the employee, and the employee represents the company. Well, it should be the same thing with the military.
Yeah.
The people should represent the military, and the military should represent the people. But
Yeah.
as long as the military doesn't represent the people, there we have a big problem. In my opinion, they just don't care. I mean, the state, the military, they don't care about you as a person. They just want you to be there to fight for them in case they need you.
Well, my
Other than
answer is
that,
they should. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't
Well,
care
they
about
should resist society, man. They should resist society. I think the military should be a standalone. This is how it should be. This is how life is. This is respect. This is discipline. This is loyalty. This is how, I think that I think the military is something that is just very good for people all the way
it. It
around
is.
as far as the society goes. Don't
Yeah.
fall for the society's traps. And just like I'm not falling for these people's trap over in the chat, talking about gray shit on my foot, talking about there's something there on my foot, talking about all this other stuff, just so I put my foot back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They
they're
just want to
trying to
see.
bait me. Yeah, and I'm not falling for it because I am militarily trained. See, so that's what you got to do. You don't fall for that crap. You don't get. I have the cleanest foot you ever did see. So listen, let me tell you something, my brother. Good to have you back. We are almost halfway through our topics tonight. So let us take a quick break and say, hey, man, I'm Joey Shits. This is my brother Milo Giggles. Together we make shits and giggles here on It's Not Okay TV. A quick break here. Share, like, subscribe, man. Free for you. It means the world for us. If you like what we do, if you like our topics, if you like our content, if you like how we deliver it, man, it means the world to us if we get off it here at the end of the day and see just one more of you liked it. Just one more. Am I lying, Milo?
No, no, no. That's the truth, my brother. And don't forget to smash the bell icon. Because if you smash the bell icon, you'll get notified every time we go live or we post something new. And guess what? You will be the first to know.
There you
So
go. Now I haven't heard nothing from
smash it.
Michael, man. I haven't heard nothing from Michael. I'm thinking that he got upset because he said he was retarded, and I agreed with him.
Yeah, Matt, Michael,
Michael,
if
Michael.
if this is your first time here with us, man, go back to our shows, watch a couple of episodes, and then you're not gonna be offended.
Yeah, Michael. If it's your first time here on our show, we have what's called a Joeyism counter and a Milo counter, and most people don't like Joey.
No,
Most people love Milo. They love Milo. They don't like Joey. They say Joey is, a poop stepper in kind of guy. They don't,
a poop stepper.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. How you doing, Arbot? Glad you could join us today. How about people do not read what they sign kind of thing?
Yes,
Like,
yes,
are companies tricking people, or are people agreeing to things they never bothered to understand? The contracts. People read contracts, the warranties, the rental agreements, what have you, loans, bills, instructions, but mistakes were harder to undo. You know what I mean? Back in the day, if you made a mistake. Nowadays, people click, sign, subscribe, finances. They agree without reading. Then they act shocked when the terms really matter, and people come at them. Why do you think that's happening, my brother?
Well, basically, is because the contracts are so long, and the digital impatience, the manipulative design, weak reading habits. I mean, nobody has patience to go through pages of
Who even reads anymore? I mean, reading is going the way of cursive writing.
And the trust in convenience, my brother. Just click, I agree, and I'm done. Man, there's actually I have an example on that. It was a couple. Yes, if I remember correctly, it was a couple, and the woman had allergies, peanut allergies, or something like that. So they went to Disneyland and they went to a restaurant, and they specifically said the food must not contain peanuts because they have allergies.
A peanut
And
allergy, yeah.
yeah. She ended up dying because of the food on the grounds of Disneyland. And because of terms and conditions on Disney Plus, they had an abonnement on Disney Plus, and because of terms and conditions on Disney Plus, they could not sue Disneyland for what happened.
Man, man, and that's ridiculous. And that's
Yeah,
ridiculous
yeah,
because of that. But
yeah.
on the other hand, see, I think it's due to the ridiculously long contracts. I think companies have figured out that when you have to read the terms and conditions right before you sign, and
Yes.
I think the companies have figured out over the time that if they bury that, as the lawyers would say, bury that under 3 or 4 pages of this big writing, who has time? You're going to buy a new phone for instance, this happened to me. I just bought a new cell phone, okay, about 5 months ago. Now I signed the papers with the lady saying, written in big letters, I will pay 145 lei per month, okay, in big
Yeah.
letters. I have been paying 180 lei a month for this phone. And I went down the other day and I said, "Babe, I said, what's going on here?" I said, "Now it's not a lot, but it's $10 a month more.
Yeah.
Why am I?" Well, because it's written right here, buried in about 3 papers back in the middle in one sentence, talking about a percentage of a daily of a this of a that. I still didn't read. Even after I read, I didn't understand it. She goes, and that raises it to 180. And I was like, what am I going to do about that? I signed a 2-year contract. I signed that contract. She says it's not like she said I can cancel the contract, but if I cancel the contract, I now have to pay back. I have to pay the full length of the. I can cancel it, so I don't have to pay, but now I have to pay back all that's due on the contract.
Yeah.
So I couldn't just get out of it, even though she put down in writing in front of me this amount. So
Yeah.
who has time to sit there anymore and go through 3 hours
Yeah,
and bring your lawyer with you to buy a cell phone to figure this stuff out? So I think it has to do with the long contracts.
Yeah, it has to do with that, and I think they should inform you because see, that's sneaky.
That's very
They
sneaky.
know that, and they highlight you're gonna pay $150, and they highlight that.
They
And
highlight it and write it and sign underneath it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and
Doesn't
even
matter.
the salesperson say you're gonna pay $150.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
$180.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So they should be, man. I think they should be liable for that because they did not tell you that you're gonna pay actually 180, not 140.
I think they should be
They lie
liable
to
for
you.
it too.
Yeah.
But what can you do? I mean, this is the world of contracts today. Like in
that's
2024, for instance, 37% of the US adults could not even cover a $400 emergency completely with cash or the equivalent to cash. You know that? So $400, they couldn't even do that. That's a bad situation that everybody's getting into. I don't know what to say. Let me go over here to the chat and see what's happening over here. My brother keeps coming and going. I don't know what he's doing, but I think he just likes me having a big close up on the screen.
Yeah. From time to time, I just leave you alone, so people can enjoy your beauty, my brother.
My camera is off. I have it centered weird on my computer. So as I'm talking and I'm looking and I'm going everywhere, it's like I'm looking all over the place. Cursive is going to become the language of birds at some point. How about Icebringer? He says, let me see, what does Icebringer say? He says, the big question is, how many months have you paid the extra little bit before you noticed it? Man, I noticed it immediately.
Yeah. From the first bill.
From the first month it popped up. I was like, and I let it go for 2 or 3 months saying to myself, maybe I overcharged. Maybe I used I made a text message somewhere and I did something, use a little too much internet on roaming or something. But now it's become a constant. And I was like, no, this is not right. So, this is how it goes. Nomad says, scan the contract into ChatGPT and ask for a summary. Mission fixed. No more scam. Mission not fixed, Nomad. You still got the signed paper. I still got to pay for it. It's just the way it is. Good advice.
I think he says scan it before you sign it. Take a phone, scan it before you sign it, and then go. Man, there was actually a guy. That's
good advice.
I think he was from Romania, and he applied for a loan online. So the bank sent him the contract. He took the contract and he modified the contract with zero interest. So he took the loan of $100,000 and he reduced the interest from how much it was, 3.5 or something like that, to 0.00. He signed it and then sent it back to the bank. The bank didn't read it. They signed it. They gave him the loan, and he ended up taking the loan with no interest.
And they have to abide because they signed
have
the
to abide
contract.
to it. Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
Icebringer says, I think we had a law passed just this year that says secret changes can't be added on. Maybe. I don't do contracts over 6 months, Arbut says. That's a good idea if you can do that. Unfortunately, to get a phone nowadays, you have to sign for 2-year things. Icebringer, they rely on people to either notice that extra little bit, to not notice that extra little bit, or not think it's worth the time. Yeah, I think that's part of it too, Icebringer. I think that's a big part of it. I think they figure they figure that people are going to see an extra $4 or $5, $10. It's not worth my time to go argue it. I'm going to lose anyway, and they just pay it going forward. I think that's a big part of it. So, I don't know. So finally, for this topic, is unread fine print a scam or is it self-inflicted ignorance?
I think it's a scam.
A little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of both, actually. We should pay more attention to what we do. I mean, everybody, including myself, is guilty of just signing it, not even bother glancing through it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit of both, but I also think they intentionally.
That's the thing. They do it intentionally, and I think it's a scam. Because before you sign the contract, you should know everything about the contract. They should tell you, if you sign with us, you're going to get this and you're going to pay that, and it's going to be like this. You should know everything. But no, they're sneaky about it. And that I think it's a scam.
Yeah, it is. It is a scam, but at the same time, it's one of those scams, my brother, that you're just not going to be able to do anything about. And unless you have a lawyer license, you're not going to be able to decipher it properly anyhow. How about navigation skills collapsed? The kind of collapsing of navigational, like back in the days when I was a Boy Scout. One of the things we had to do to earn a badge was learn by compass. GPS has made travel easier, but did it also destroy basic awareness for us? Back in the day, we used paper maps, we used landmarks, we used the stars, the Northern Star, for instance, to know which way. We used the moss on the side of a tree. We used, these kind of situations, the sun coming up and down, road signs and directions. But nowadays, if a phone dies, people don't even know their own phone number, for fuck's sake. Some people can't navigate their own city if you don't have GPS ongoing. But why is this happening?
Well, it's mostly because GPS dependence, less memorization, less walking, less map reading, and even less real-world orientation. And I noticed that when I moved to Germany, because I used a lot the GPS, right? And because of that, I did not remember the roads. But if I drive the car and looking at the signs, okay, you have to make a left to get to that city. You have to make a right to get to that city. That's how you remember it. But if you look at the GPS, for some reason, you just don't remember the road. You just don't remember where to make a right, where to make a left.
But even GPS gets it wrong half the time. I used GPS the other day, and it brought me to an address that said, you have arrived at your location. And I got out of the car to arrive at my location to go knock on the door to a print place I went to, and they said, no, that print place is about 3 streets back. So, even GPS gets it wrong. Yes, thank you, Nomad. He knows he's on wide angle. Not sure what's happening over there, but it is happening.
I have some difficulties with the camera for some reason.
It just keeps kicking you out, huh?
It just for some reason.
Well, back part of what AAA, the Automobiles Association in America, this is the thing that you pay $50 a month for something, and this kind of situation, and you get free towing and all this other bunch of stuff. I've been a member of AAA for, 40 years. But they found that 37% of drivers reported reading a text or email while driving, showing how deeply the screen dependence has entered just the basic everyday life. So the question I have for you people in chat is technology saving mental energy or is it weakening it? What do you think technology is doing when it comes to finding your way around or having to find, where you're going, where you're not going? Welcome back, brother.
It's
So
weakening. Yeah, I
it's
keep
weakening it.
popping in and out. Yeah, it's weakening. It's weakening because we depend too much on them, and it does make our life easier. It does make our life easier. You don't have to carry with you all those paper maps and stop at the side of the road to check which way to go and stuff like that. It makes our life easier, but for some reason, it makes us stupid.
It does. And Icebringer says, bullshit, it's higher than 37%. Sure, Icebringer, it's probably more like 73%. But if they admit to it, they're admitting to committing a crime. So only 37% reported it. Shane might not be the only one with a brainworm, dude. Okay. I agree with you. I think it's definitely weakening it. Like I said, back in the days of the Boy Scouts, we had to use a compass to get around, and they brought us. I remember they brought us. What was it? I don't remember. It was 1 or 2 miles away from a spot, but it was back in the woods,
Yeah.
And they dropped us off, and we had to find our way back. We had to do it like in 3 hours or 4 hours. We had to find our way like 1 or 2 miles, through this maze of things, and we had to use compasses, we had to use the sun, we had to use different ways of getting it if we wanted our badge. So I don't know, that's my opinion. I think it was a good way to be, and I think GPS and I personally, in all technology as in general is part of the reason for our topic tonight. Are people getting dumber? People say you're getting smarter because of technology. You're really not. I mean, even learning. What do you learn? You pick up your telephone, you start scrolling, and you read something. You sit there, you read it, and you go to yourself, oh, I just learned how to make schnitzel bread. But then you put your phone down and you walk in the kitchen and make schnitzel bread with strawberries, and you forgot what the ingredients were. You have to come back to your phone. You have to do this. Back in the day, we had to sit there for an hour and read how to make schnitzel bread because you couldn't take that book with you to the grocery store. You had to go remember it to go, or you had to write it on a piece of paper, then reread it again, And by the time you get back to the cook, right, that's how you learn, man. That's how you learn. So yeah, I'm just trying to say, how about people know more but understand less? Do you think this is true? We have unlimited information, but public understanding often looks worse. What I'm trying to mean by that is, back in the day, people had fewer sources, but more long-term reading, long-form kind of reading. They had to read books to understand something. They had to go to the library and get through the Dewey Decimal System kind of system was what they called it. Read books, newspapers, documentaries, lectures. They had to get into direct conversations. But now, the people absorb headlines, clips, memes, short videos. Half facts, not even anything that's real. So, this is playing a big weight in society today. But why is that happening?
Well, mostly it's because of the information overload, weak attention span, distrust, poor reading habits, probably, and I don't know, maybe algorithm-driven outreach. That could be a thing.
It could be.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, what?
I mean, we do have all the answers at the tip of our fingers, We pretend that we know more because we have the answers in our hands. So, yeah, I think that's why. I think that's the thing. And I think that's one of the way that the brain stops recording the information, because for the brain it's useless to record some information that you can access at any point of time when you need it, because he knows, man, if I need to remember a recipe, like you said before, I just get on the phone, go on Google, search for the recipe. I don't have to remember it. My phone remembers it.
That's right. My brother, I got to interrupt you. Do you see over in the chat what's happening?
1.3K. Bay! I don't have the button to go.
Look at this one. Over 1,000. Congrats, fellas, from Shane. Nomad says, you broke the 1K curse. It's not okay, TV. Woohoo. 1,000 people showing they appreciate what you guys are doing. Congrats, gents, says Icebringer. Man, congratulations, Milo. We hit the 1K mark tonight. We hit the 1K mark, man. It's been a long man. Glad to hear. Hey, we ain't making money. We're not making any money yet, but we have some other criteria to make. We have to make some watch hours and stuff. We need some people to show up in the comments. We need some more subscribers. We need this kind of thing. But man, to hit that 1K mark is super, super cool, dude.
Man, yeah. I'm
Milo,
so happy about it, man.
Congratulations.
I don't have the button with me.
No, you're not in the studio tonight. And we can see you're not in the studio tonight. You're doing a home show. I get it. Thank you very much, people over in the chat, for pointing that out. Thanks for keeping an eye on it. You just made my night. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, my brother, for interrupting you there, but to hit the 1K mark, we had to say thank you, man.
Yeah, we had to stop for it.
We had to stop for a second, man. The NAEP reported that 8th grade reading scores in 2024 were 5 points lower than in 2019. Did you know that? So the question is having access to information useless if people cannot process it? If you don't have time to process it, you don't have the ability to process it, is it useless? What's the point of it? If you can scroll through a meme and you can read something, it's not fact, it's not real, it's not this, you can't retain it. What do you do with it?
No, it's useless.
It's useless, right?
It's useless, 100%.
That's all I do. Shane would like to know, where's the strawberry shortcake for celebration? Man,
we don't have a strawberry.
Oh, we didn't know we were hitting 1,000 tonight, my brother. We didn't know, Shane.
No,
we were hitting 1,000 people tonight.
I did not expect that.
We didn't expect it. We were hoping maybe in a couple of days, but that's very good, man. So thank you very much. Hey, we were getting down to the last 4 topics for tonight. Then we get into our trivia, brother. We get into the trivia, man, and it's our last trivia for the month of May. And it looks like Vinay has this one locked up, but there's still a mathematical chance that 2 or 3 people could take her. There's a mathematical chance, not a realistic chance, but a mathematical chance.
But it's possible. It's
very, very possible. It depends if Ghost Stomper shows up. I don't know where Triker is tonight. There's Triker. He's there. Y'all should put a sub count in. Listen to him talking about all technology, this guy. So listen, let's get through these last 3 or 4 topics we have tonight. And I'm going to do it. My brother, for anybody who's just joining us, my brother's having a little bit of difficulty. He's normally sitting at a studio, but he had something to do this weekend. And so because of that, he ran home and he got home immediately to get here online with you guys. And he's working from home, so he's having a little bit of difficulty with the home setup. So every once in a while, you'll see him drop out or go wide or something, but don't worry about it, man. His heart is here.
I'm trying to keep it as smooth as possible.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it going. Adults are worse at conflict. How about that one? Did boundaries improve society? Or did people forget how to handle normal disagreements? This kind of thing. Back in the day, people argued face to face with neighbors, coworkers, families, and friends. We would, if we had something to say, we said it to your face. We didn't put it into a text. We didn't put it into a comment. We said it to your face. Nowadays, people block, ghost, report, screenshot, cancel, avoid direct confrontation. They do all of this kind of stuff. Now, I would say I don't know what's happening, except I kind of do. It's social media. But what do you think it is, my brother?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with social media. It has a lot to do with digital communication. It has a lot to do with workplace liability, fear of confrontation, social anxiety, and low trust, basically.
Low trust.
It's a lot easier to get into an argument on Facebook or on Instagram instead of getting on an argument face to face, like you said.
My brother, I have got to take 1 second to say thank you, Chantel. Thank you for jumping in here. I saw her on Pete's show tonight at the Upper Room today when I was on Upper Room, and I said to her, "Hey, how come you never come join us?" And so thank you very much, Chantel, for popping in to say hello. It means the world to me. I appreciate it. Enjoy the family movie night. Hope you're watching something good. It's a lot of good movies out there nowadays. So you're going to have to tell us about it next time we talk. Thank you, Chantel. Appreciate it very much. Yeah. Some people would argue strawberries are actually raspberries. Some people would argue strawberries are actually, yeah, I don't think, Shane, that brain worm is really getting to you. Back to the Future 3. I've seen one and I've seen two. I've never seen three. So yeah, I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know if how that turns out. If that's better than 1, 2, or 1 and 2. I like one and I like two, but I'm not sure about three. So enjoy it. I hope you and the family enjoy very much. Thank you for stopping in here, Chantel. I do appreciate it very much. So the question I have, man, the reports on are adults worse at conflict or not nowadays? It's dropped from 46% to 34%, right? And are people protecting peace or avoiding maturity? Which one do you think it is in today's world?
I think they're avoiding maturity.
You think they're
100%.
avoiding maturity?
Yeah, 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 most definitely.
I don't know. I don't know if you can say that. Why? Because I'm not sure that they even realize what maturity is. I think you're
Hmm.
giving them a little more credit, people
Yeah, yeah,
in
probably.
general, than what they are. I don't even really think they understand what the word maturity means.
You might have a point there. You might have a point there.
Look, I am not a people person in the first place, right? I'm not that kind. You're a people person, Milo.
Yeah, a
You're
little
the
bit.
kind,
Yeah,
yeah,
a
you're
lot more than you are.
a lot more than I am. You're
Yeah,
you're the
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of you're the kind of person who enjoys being around people. You're the kind of person who trusts people, believes in people, thinks the best of people, give them their best shot. I'm the cynic of the two of us. I'm the guy who thinks that everybody's out to get somebody or everybody's got an angle for something. I'm the guy who thinks that you can do better than what you're doing. That when people say I'm doing my best, I think I'm the one who calls bullshit, including myself.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Including myself. When I tell somebody I'm doing my best, I think I'm really doing 80% of my best.
Yes, yes.
I still think there's more to do. I still think I got more to learn, but I'm saying I'm doing my best. So I'm that cynic about people. So I don't think people really know the difference between maturity and stuff, to be honest. They think how they're acting is mature. That's how I think. That's how I think. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what we have going on here. Hey, Shunt, enjoy. Nice. Back to the Future 3 is good. Different, but good. Joey, the police are known as adults daycare. Yes. Shane says, I'm 62, still voiding a maturity. You're doing a great job at it, Shane. You're doing
Yeah.
a very, very good job at it. If I had a button here, I would go, yay for you too. Because you is mastering that,
L- l- l-
you know. So we have that. Yes,
Have a
can we?
little bit of something.
Life is like a bowl full of. Let me see. These are moving a little quick. Life is like a bowl full of mature strawberries. I have no idea how that can be, but it is. You can have a chase one worm counter.
One word counter.
Sometimes the man thinks, sometimes the worm thinks, and sometimes the phallus thinks. And if you think I'm lying, there you go. I was just nice about it. I was just nice. All right, man. We got three more of these things to go. How about money sense? And how it became a monthly payment to thinking. People stopped asking, "Can I afford this?" and started asking, "Can I survive the payment?" That's
Yeah.
kind of what's happened in today's world. Back in the day, people often thought in total costs. Savings, necessity, repair, debt avoidance, this type of situation. But nowadays, cars, phones, subscriptions, furniture, vacations, delivery apps. It's buy now, pay later type situation. But they turn into endless life payments. Why is that happening? Like I
Well,
said, when I moved back here in Romania, one of the things I liked back in the day was when you moved here and you saw somebody driving in a car, living in a home or an apartment, they owned it. The bank
yeah,
didn't, they owned it.
they owned it. Yeah.
Nowadays, it's not that way. Why do you suppose all
Well,
this is?
it's not that way anymore because of higher living costs. Basically, most of it. It's because people get easier credits. You have advertising everywhere. You've got lifestyle pressure everywhere on social media and even on the streets, and weak financial education. That's another big part of it. And people like to live better than they can, and credits can do that for them. and that's why a lot of people get in debt.
Yeah, that's something I used to tell the people here all the time when they said, "Oh, in America, you have all you need. Your salaries are three times bigger." Blah 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 blah. I said, "Yeah, but our payments are three times bigger too." And the one thing I used to tell people all the time about the American people is what you see more often than not is a facade. When
Yeah,
you see the American driving that beautiful car, owning that beautiful home, spending that money on that wonderful vacation, it's not because they can afford it. It's because their credit can afford it. Now they're
yeah,
working the rest of their lives under the debt, under the stress of doing it. Now, is that a good way to be or a bad way to be? We can debate that, right? At least for we all have you have the saying, we have one life, right? So if
yeah,
you have one life and your credit can support you to have the nicer things in this one life, that's not
yeah. Why
necessarily a
not?
bad thing. Why
Yeah,
not have
if
it? It's not necessarily a
why not?
bad
Yeah.
thing, right? It's not a bad thing.
I
You're
mean,
enjoying the niceties.
you work the same, you
Yeah.
work the same every month, but you're just living better. That's
You're
the
just
only
living better.
difference.
Right.
Just living
The
a little bit better.
the
But
problem comes,
what
yeah,
happens
but
to the debt after you die?
that depends. You know, that depends. I've heard some people say it gets transferred off to your wife. I've heard some people or to your kids and stuff. I've also found sometimes that it just the debt is wiped off by the companies because they can wipe it off themselves. So it depends on the item you're talking about, I would
Yeah,
imagine. But at the same time, like you said, you're working just as hard no matter what to pay for
yeah,
that. So why not have the nicer things? The problem I see with it is now it becomes an obligation, right? If you're working, you don't have all that debt on your head. You're working the same, but you are putting something away. You
yeah,
are putting some money for that rainy day away. You know, you're not being
yeah,
left totally without anything. When you have the debt on your head, now you're working to make that payment, and then if you can't make those payments, what happens is your credit scores start going down. You start having less credit. Your lifestyle then starts going down. You start missing the things. Then despair comes in. Depression comes in. Now medical comes in. So it's an all cabobulated thing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's all mixed in with each other. So that's kind of how it goes. Hey, Pete Swaggle, boom! Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you over there in the chat. Glad to have you. So bottom line is this: the Federal Reserve shows that only 63% of the adults in 2025 in 2024 could cover the 400 emergency with cash or equivalent. We talked about that, meaning that 37%. 63, excuse me, 63% of adults couldn't do that, meaning that 37% couldn't do that. So, in modern debt, is it a modern survival tool or proof people are being trained to live broke?
Man, like you said, it's not a survival tool. I think that they're trying to keep people broke. Yeah. They
Yeah,
give you some money, they give you some money, you're happy for a couple of years, like you said, and then everything crumbles.
yeah.
And
They're
and
trying to
you're
keep
in
you
debt
broke
for life. Yeah, yeah, they're trying to keep you broke. Yeah, basically.
because they make more money that way. That's my opinion. Man, we
Yeah.
got two more. We got two more to go before we get into our trivia, brother. So how about the safety culture went too far? Do you think it's gone too far? Are we preventing injuries or preventing resilience? For instance, back in the day, kids climbed trees, they rode bikes, played rough, they used risky playgrounds. These big metal things you'd spin on and lean on and slides that would burn the shit out of the back of your legs as you went down them. But we learned the consequences physically very quickly. We learned them. Nowadays, the schools, the workplaces, and the public spaces often treat ordinary risk like it's a crisis. Why do you
Yeah.
suppose that happened?
Well, that's easy, my brother. It's because of lawsuits. It's
Yeah,
because of insurance issues. It's because of fear-based parenting. It's because of institutional caution, and it could be a public backlash. Problem.
yeah, I think it's pretty much all of those, right? So, which gets us right back to what we spoke about earlier with the lawsuits and the people over. What's the word I'm thinking of? They are overconfident in their knowledge and their belief. They know what they believe, kind
They
of
know what
situation.
they believe exactly.
They know what they believe. Yes, yes, yes. So, you know, well, I don't know what to say, but it's one of these things. If people are protected from every small risk, How do you think they handle the real ones? Let me ask it to you that way.
No, man, nobody protected us from the small risks, and we are a-okay. We are able to handle everything. You know, if you keep somebody in a cage, right, protected from everything from the outside, the moment you release it, in a couple of days, it's gonna be dead.
It's true. Plus, like our bot says here, have you seen the cost of medical insurances and medical bills today nowadays? It's
I,
ridiculous. In some countries you don't really have those to worry about. Like in Romania, I've never seen a medical bill yet.
yeah,
Just the one I pay every year for $500, and then I don't see another medical bill. No matter
yeah,
what happens.
yeah.
No matter what happens, I don't see another medical bill. So in our world over here, it's not as bad. But in America, and I'm not sure about South Africa or some of these Canada, some of these other places where our chat folks are from, I'm not sure how it is over there. What I know in America, because I am American, what has happened to me here in Romania, for instance, with the broken hands and getting both my wrists rebuilt, the spleen taken out, with the cancer, with all this stuff, I would be $250,000, if not more, in debt.
Easily, easily,
Easily in debt in America.
and
Whereas over
that's
here, I
and
paid
that's
not one penny and I got
and
fixed and take care of
and
it.
that's after paying your insurance every month.
That's after paying your insurance. That's right. That's absolutely 100% correct. So, yeah, I mean, I think that all has something really big to play with it. Man, we are on our final topic for tonight, my brother. And then we get into our trivia. Our final topic. Are you ready? Let's take a second to just say share, like, subscribe if you like our content, if you like how we delivered, if you've just had fun here. You know what? Hit the share, like, subscribe. Free for you means the world to us. And as my brother always says, man, if you don't like our shit,
share it to your worst enemy. Share it to your worst enemy and smash the bell icon before you share it.
Just do it.
Saying.
Just do it. And we hit 1,000 subscribers tonight. Our chat told us. Our people told us over in the chat. We haven't had a chance to do it. We've been here online with you. We've been here talking to you. But our family over here in chat has said, man, we hit 1,000. So I cannot wait to get off of here and look at that, see that 1K subscription, man. It's been a hard fight battle, man. It's been a hard fought battle. Man, one more. Let's cover this last one. We get to our trivia, brother.
Yeah.
How about compassion is replacing consequences? Like, what do I mean by that? At what point does understanding people become excusing them? Back in the day, consequences could be too harsh, but bad choices usually had a price to make. They had consequences we had to deal with. Nowadays, bad behavior is often explained through trauma, anxiety, burnout, poverty, addiction, stress, you name it. You name it, there's an excuse for bad behavior in today's world. But why do you think that's happening?
Well, it's simple, my brother. It's a better mental health awareness. It's a softer discipline. It's institutional fear, activism, and fear of being seen as cruel.
Yeah, it's true. Man, let me get back over here. I got to say something to this. Icebreaker, $1,500 just to get in an ambulance to get to the hospital. Icebreaker, that's my point. And when I was here, when this accident happened to me, they actually took me in a helicopter and flew me to a bigger city away. Not a friggin' penny did I have to pay. Then when I finally came home after 6 weeks from the hospital and had to get bedridden here at my house for 6 weeks, they also every week took me on in an ambulance from here to that city, which is an hour and a half away, then brought me home 3 hours in the ambulance, once a week. They did that. Not one penny did I have to pay. So there's something to be said about universal health care, brother. There's something to be said about it. I definitely got to say. So, all right, my brother. So finally, the final question I have for you, if you can hear me, because you disappeared again, is can compassion work without accountability?
It shouldn't work.
It shouldn't work.
Yeah. I think it shouldn't work.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, you have to be accountable for everything you do. Any of your actions you should be accountable for, right?
So, you should, but does that mean you can't have compassion if you don't have the accountability? I think you might be right. Just I'm not trying to put you on the spot, because I think you're right, because I think you need to know the consequences to have compassion, right? You need to know it's going to be bad. You're going to have them.
Yeah. I mean, Man, like I said, every action you do has a reaction, right? It's either from somebody or from something.
Did you just take some sort of physics law
A little bit, a little
and
bit, a little
apply
bit.
it
And,
to a
yeah,
social law?
yeah, yeah.
Every action has a reaction.
Yes, yes, yes. Isn't that right?
Hey,
Uh,
you're not
am,
wrong.
am I
You're not
mistaken?
wrong.
You know, I- I-
Yeah.
if I call somebody beautiful, my action is gonna have a reaction on his part, right?
Why are you going to call a guy beautiful?
I said somebody.
You
Did I
said
say a guy?
you said his reaction.
Oh, I said the person's reaction.
It's okay. We can discuss this later when we're off air, my brother. I still love you. It doesn't matter. We can discuss all this later off air.
So yeah, yeah, it has. So
It
you should be
has.
accountable for everything you do and say.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe people are not, for our stuff tonight. Maybe people are not getting dumber in the biological sense. Maybe the bigger problem is that society is removing the pressure that used to force people to become capable. When standards drop and people adapt downward, when consequences disappear, behavior changes. When every problem gets outsourced, explained, softened, or avoided, competence declines. So the real debate is simple. Are we becoming more advanced or are we becoming more dependent? You're going to have to search yourself to find those answers. We did our best we could tonight to help you along there, but you got to figure it out for yourself. What say you, my brother?
I'm with you 100%, my brother. I'm trying to figure out how to work. Man, it's not easy from a different computer.
It's not, right? Well,
It's not. I mean, I'm looking for stuff and they're not there where they're supposed to be. And but I can do it.
you
Okay, I
can
got
do it. And you know what
I
else we
got
got
it.
to do? We got to get
What?
into the trivia, my brother.
Yeah. I was getting the trivia already. And now let's hear a hell yeah.
Hell yeah! If you're going to join our trivia, yeah. If you're here and you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, man, you are ready for a treat. You got exclusive trivia. How do I know it's exclusive? Because we here at It's Not Okay TV built this system. We here at It's Not Okay TV made up the music on the system. We here at It's Not Okay TV made it all happen. So we know you will not find this anyplace else. Get ready to join us. Tonight is the last night of May's trivia. And man, we got somebody out here, Vinay. Well, let me see, Vinay. Where's Vinay? Is she here? Is Vinay here? Where is Vinay? She's right here. She says, look at her. She's like, hell yeah. She's going for the crown, man. She wants to win it. She wants to win it this month, Milo.
Man, I
man,
have a good feeling that she's gonna win it.
you
I'm not
do.
saying that she's gonna win it, but I feel like she's gonna win it.
You're not saying she's going to win it, but you're
I'm not
feeling like she's going to win it, huh?
yeah. I'm not
Well,
saying she's gonna win it, but she has a very good chance.
she does have a very good chance. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing going here in a moment. You let me know when you have all your hell yeahs, my brother, when you got everybody up and going, when you know what you're dealing with, so ready to keep scores. And I'm going to go ahead and start the trivia then. Once you got that all working.
Well, I
have
it.
If you're not familiar with the trivia, all you have to do, well, it's obvious. It's trivia. You read the question, you give us our answer, A, B, C, or D. You put it down in chat. If you sit at home and you yell, if you go, hey, it's A, that doesn't make any difference. You got to put it into the chat so we can see it, and you got to give us a hell yeah, because we need a hell yeah for whoever's playing so that we can put your name down for the scoreboard so that we can give you the kudos you deserve if you win it. So you got everybody, my brother?
Yep. I got him. I have.
Do you know who I don't see here is Kashmira? I think she might be out running tonight.
Running.
I think Kashmira might be out. Oh, she's there. Oh, I was wrong. She is there. Hell yeah. And you know what else I can do? We do not smoke during our content. But guess where we're at right now, my brother? We're at trivia. Guess what I'm doing, my brother? Yeah. This is a time for me to relax and enjoy with everybody. You know what I mean? I don't have to think. I can just enjoy the music. I can just enjoy the chat. I can just enjoy everything. So, are you ready? Do we have everybody?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
You're ready. We have everybody. Let's get going.
I hope you enjoy that.
I'll have one for you when I'm done. I'll have one for you when I'm done. Okay, my brother?
Thank you. Yes.
All right, listen, let me swing this over here a little bit so I can read what's happening over there. Let me swing this over a little bit so I can see what's happening there. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. All right, let's do it. We're doing it. Ready.
At 5:45, coffee tastes burned, but it still does a trick. Gas tank low and the rent comes fast. Paychecks here, but it sure won't last. Boss man talks like we owe him my bones. We smile, clock in, then we drag ourselves home. But out on the porch, when the hard day dies, we crack one open and let our spirits rise. We ain't rich, but we're alive. Cheap old car and the Friday drive. Bills on the table.
Hey, all right. You know what? I did not make these ones real difficult tonight, my brother, because there was no point in really trying to mess with these ones too bad. You know what I mean? So the episode's main claim is that society may be producing more of what?
Well, yeah. I gotta say, Icebreaker is a little bit suspicious here in the chat.
He is. Why? Triker's being quick tonight. Triker has a chance to win tonight. Let me tell you something. Triker is in second place tonight, and he can kick Vinay's ass. All we have to do, Triker, listen, let me tell you a secret, okay? Between you and me, but don't tell Vinay I told you, okay? Come here. Psst. Blocker. Till after trivia. Kick her out, Triker. If you do that till after trivia, then let her back in, you can win. Okay, so now, but don't tell her I said that. So, okay, you ready? We go to, hey, Triker, don't do that. It's a joke. Next question, 2 out of 15.
Groceries to buy, but we still gotta laugh and a reason to try. We ain't broken the heart, just low on cash. Turn up the song.
Yeah, I'm only joking though, Triker.
Life hits hard, but we still survive. We ain't rich, but damn, we're alive. Paper sack, car radio loud with the windows cracked. Kids in the yard, dogs raising hell.
Man, where's all the questions? Where's all the answers, man? There's like only 10 left. 10 seconds left and nobody's answered. What's happening here?
Nobody knows. Look, even Icebreaker says, I have no idea.
What happened? I mean, the time is completely out. Answers are locked after Shane and nobody answered. What happened? Triker, what did you do?
Did you block everybody?
Triker, what did you do? Did you block every fucking buddy? Dude, man.
That's not how you do it.
No. What is wrong with you people? Why did you wait so long for that one? I sat here and literally watched it run out. It's not like, man.
I think they had to Google this one.
You think that the opening? Why? It was the opening monologue. They could ask what they can Google it all they want. Google didn't know the opening monologue.
Yeah, but they tried.
The opening monologue argues the problem may not be intelligence, but what?
Oh, they went back to listen to it.
A, training. Nobody got it right.
Nobody.
Goes to show you how many people actually listen, right? Next question.
Somebody light on one light, there's smoke. It ain't champagne in the diamond view, but it feels like gold. All these things around you. We ain't rich, but we're alive. Cheap old car and the Friday drive. Bills on the table and groceries to buy, but we still gotta laugh and a reason to try. We ain't broken the heart. just low on cash. Turn up the song, let the bad week pass. Life hits hard, but we still survive. We ain't rich, but damn, we're alive.
Man, I got to tell you something. I dropped this video up for us, my brother. I dropped this video. It's our newest music video on It's Not Okay TV here on YouTube. I just put it up today or late last night, actually. So go check out the video. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think about it, man. I'm playing around with a couple of different effects and transitions and seeing what it's all about and seeing what does what and who does what. So go over to It's Not Okay TV on YouTube here after we're done. Well, you're actually already here. So just go over to it when you're done and check out that new We Will Survive video and let me know what you think about it. I would love some comments on it. I'd appreciate it. Answers are locked. That's the song that's playing now. C, judgment. Outsourcing your brain mostly means giving up what? C, judgment. Look, Vinay's on her way to losing. Vinay is on her way to losing. Where is Ghost Stomper when you need him, man? He could be Triker, you just got to get them all right. And Vinay has to do that 3 more times and you win. You win, Triker. Oh, you got it wrong too, Triker. You can't win if you do that shit. If you keep getting it wrong, you can't win either. Jesus H, Mary and Joseph. You know something? I feel like bitching at Ghost Stomper saying, what the hell? He could have had all this right and then maybe beat Vinay. Man, 4 out of 15.
Someday we'll catch that break. Get a little more than the world tries to take. Till then we dance on the cracked up floor. With empty pockets and hearts wanting more. We got scars, but they prove we tried.
Yeah, if you'll notice, tonight's trivia was a little bit easier because I didn't really put much effort into it, man. We already kind of knew who tonight's winner was going to be. All she has to do is get 4 right. And if she got 4 right, there was nothing we could do about it, nothing anybody could do about it. So I didn't stress too much with tonight's trivia being difficult. But next month you can plan to go back to our last 2 or 3 weeks of trivia. I promise you, next month will be a lot harder because yeah. Which phrase best fits the opening warning? Less capable. A is the answer. Let me see who got it right and who got it wrong. Everybody. Sora got it wrong. Jesus H. Sora got it wrong, so I have to do that for Sora. In fact, because my brother's not here to tell me he's got everything under control, I got to go to Sora twice. You should get that, man. Yeah. Oops is right. Oops is right. So, and if Milo don't get back here, you might get it a 3rd time. So I don't know. You better hurry up. Milo better hurry up. Or could happen a 3rd time. So I don't know whether he's getting all these answers or not. Well, I got it all under control. Everybody got it right except for Sora. So I'm just trying to say. Next question. 5 out of 15.
You still got that fire
burning inside.
Sunday comes and the bills still wait. Monday's already at the starting gate. But we got stories, we got songs, we got each other when the week goes wrong. No silver spoon, no golden crown, just stubborn fools who don't stay down. If being rich means losing these times, keep the damn money. We use nickels and dimes. We ain't rich, but we're alive. Cheap old.
Yeah, indeed. My brother, in case you did or did not hear that, the only one that got it wrong last time was Sora.
I was here going wah, 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 but I was off stage.
Just letting you know, everybody else got it right. Make sure you get that score up
I,
there.
I got him.
All right. Basic repair skills are used as evidence of declining what? Let's tell you what it is. B, competence. Oh, I thought it was going to be sore. I got it wrong again. I was like, my throat's going to go fucking raw by going, wah, 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 wah. I'm going to have to find a new way of doing it. But she got it right. Sora. Golf clap. Everybody got it wrong. I got it right, right? Next question. 6 of 15.
And the Friday drive, bills on the table, no groceries to buy, but we still got a laugh and a reason to try. We ain't broken the heart, just low on cash. Turn up the song, let the bad week pass. Life hits hard, but we still survive. We ain't rich, but damn, we're alive.
Man, you know what I think I'm going to do, my brother? I think that, you know what this trivia is missing?
What?
A pause button where I can just pause it. Like, because I think of shit to say right in the middle of this stuff sometimes, where I can just pause the music, pause the time, pause everything, just pause it. Hit the pause button for a second so I can say whatever I want to say, then start it again. I think I need to add a pause button to this trivia. You know that? I just do.
That could be a good idea.
It could be a good idea, but then again, I could abuse it. I don't know. So I was just sitting because I was going to say something, but now I forgot what I was going to say because I just said the other thing. So I just forgot what I was going to say. The repair section mainly contrasts hands-on ability with what? C, digital dependency.
Yep.
Or I added the "dissy" after that, so it's actually digital dependence. I forgot what I was going to say, and that really bothers me. I hate forgetting what I was going to say. So, oh well. Next question. 7 of 15.
Let us know if you remember.
Yeah, I will. I remember, but now I don't have the pause button. But I don't have the pause button.
Tell us what it is so you don't forget again.
It was that I can't believe that Vinay didn't want our music in place of the championship, man. She flat out said, who wants that music? Oh, right?
That hurts.
Right?
Chaos and comedy every time we begin. 15 years deep, yeah, brothers, we became. Built it from scratch, now they know the name. From the first bad take to a soul.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I said, man, if you win, which would you want? Do you want the music? Do you want this? Do you want a shirt? What do you want that? Do you want this? And you know what she said? Fuck your music. Just like that, dude. She said, fuck your music. I can just go and grab that from anywhere. All I have to do is copy it. Man, she was very, very mean about it, Milo. She was very, very mean about it, man. Very mean about it.
Vinay, did you upset Joey?
Upset me. Upset me. She thinks just asking for my toes is going to make everything better. Dropping school standards raises concern about weak or what? Answers are locked. A, preparation.
Man, before we move forward, I want to say to Triker, even though you put C at the end, I'm not going to take it in consideration. You were way too late. Way too late. And you answered D, the first answer, and then you put C way too late. It's not going to count.
No, accept it, bro. Accept it. We'll accept it, bro. You're wrong anyway. It didn't go anywhere.
No. C was the right answer.
Oh, for the last one, you mean?
For the one before, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought for this one I was gonna be like, but let it accept it. It's wrong. But
no. For the one.
For the last one.
Yeah, he changed his answer way too late.
Oh yeah. No. It's not good. Hey, look, these people are calling me liars, bro. Look. Vinay's over here saying not from my side. The only one, Icebringer is the only one that has my back over here. And then Shane's over here saying Joey lies. I mean, this is bullshit, dude. You know who to trust, right? You know who to trust, Milo, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Next, who?
I trust you, my brother. Do you have doubts about that?
Well, when it's so obvious a little bit. 8 out of 15.
Now the whole damn chat keep the show alive. If you feel that rhythm, don't just sit and stare. Get involved with chat. We see you in there. From the heart we speak. No mask, no act, just real ones talking, and we're giving back. It's not okay TV. Yeah, it feels so right.
Yes, Ice Springer. He was correct on this last one. We were talking about the one before that.
Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Lock it in tight. 7:40 p.m. That's when we take flight. GMT plus 3 when the summer kicks in. When winter is here, is GMT to the town.
All right. Yeah, Icebreaker said he was correct, but he was talking about that one we were just on. And yes, Icebreaker was correct with that, but now he's end of story. We're not taking anything more. Great inflation would most directly hide what? Great inflation would be failure.
No,
Be failure.
Nomad.
Only nomad.
But everybody else.
Hey, give him the choo thing.
I don't have the choo.
You do have it with StreamYard, man. The
I don't have
choo thing, man. You got this thing.
It's way too complicated on this computer.
It's not too complicated. Just a second. I gotta figure it out. Wow, it's complicated. Here. There you go, Nomad. There you go, Nomad. I got your back, guy. I got your back. No, don't worry about it. 9 out of too complicated.
I'm here
Look
struggling
at me.
with trivia, taking the answers and everything.
9 out of 15. Yes, Nomad, you got it. I gave it to you.
It's free for you. Now you
Part of our show.
I know.
You won't find it twice. Only on the show where the weird gets nice. Weekly winners rise. Take a seat on the throne. Co-host with the squad. Now you're one of our own. They can't walk away with a prize in hand from the crew that built to be part of the brand. It's NoTalkTV.com if you want to.
No Talk TV.
Merch leaderboards, yeah, we don't sleep. Every comment, every name that we see in the feed, you're the pulse of the show. You're the reason we breathe. From our hearts, no joke. We mean what we say. We love when you people come out and play. 2 mics, 1 vibe.
Yes, indeedy. Man, I'll tell you what, man. Overprotection and parenting may reduce what? You ask yourself, it may reduce what? You don't ask. Okay, then I'll tell you, my brother. Hey, independence, bro. They all knew it. How come you didn't know it?
I am just lost here.
How are you lost?
Man, everything is so different. Everything I'm used to the other computer and the other setup, and now on this setup I'm just a little bit confused. But I'm doing all right. I might have a stroke by the end of the live, but I'm okay.
So long as you make sure Vinay got at least 5. That is the important thing. If she got at least 5, nobody beat her. So that's what you got to make sure.
Well, I'm just gonna say it. Vinay is okay.
She's got at least 5. So
Yeah.
that's the important thing. But personally, between you and me, maybe she only got 1 or 2. Maybe.
She has 5. I just checked.
You're a traitor.
A little bit.
10 out of 15.
Let it swing.
Side to
All
side.
social links in one place, you know.
It's NoTalkTV.com.
Now you part of the show.
It's not okay TV. Yeah, the chaos is real.
Comedy mixed with that truth you can feel.
Yeah,
Shits,
Team
Milo, Eagles bring
Milo.
the fire and flow.
If you're rocking with the movement,
Let the whole world know.
share, like, subscribe.
Yeah, don't be shy.
We build this together.
You and I. From the first live stream to wherever it goes.
It's not okay TV.
We do our best in all.
Okay, the parenting section questions when safety becomes what? The parenting section questions when safety becomes what? The answer is C, preparation for failure. The only one to get it right. Well, no. Icebringer got it right. Kashmir got it right. Shane got it right. Nah, way to go. Listen, my brother, after tonight's trivia, I believe Vinay would like to make a little bit of a tiny bit of announcement.
Okay. We can
After tonight's trivia. I think she'd like to get over here in the chat and make a little bit of an announcement. I'm reading some of these comments over here and talking about blah, 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 blah. And look at Shane. Look at Shane, the beggar guy. Look at him. Can I have your old shirt, Vinay? I can't win end of trivia on my own fucking merits, man. Can I have your shit? Congrats on your monthly victory, she says. You know, he's over here fucking stoner motherfucker over here. Yeah, Shane, I love you, man. You know I love you, man. But you can't get shirts. You can't. We can't send you shirt, man. Nobody's going to give you their old shirt, Shane. Nobody's going to give you their old shirt. Let me just leave it at that. You know what I mean? So that's just that. Nobody's going to do that. So right? Am I right? Nobody's going to send their old shirt, right?
No.
Yeah. The Icebringer wants Renee to name her kid Brian. It's right there. It's right there. See, Vinay agrees with me. Nobody's going to send anybody's old shirt. She's not sending you her old shirt, Shane. Give it up. Man, let's get through this trivia, 11 through 15. And then at the end of this trivia, I think Vinay's going to make a little bit of an announcement. So, yeah, well, you got to earn it, Shane. Next question. And you always getting banned from chat and shit. What do you expect, dude? 11 out of 15.
She's going to make the announcement in the chat or on stage.
I guess she's going to do it. She can do it however she wants. Give her their option.
Cash on the counter. The man looked away with a quick enough hand I could get paid. Rent due Friday, fridge looking bare. The easy rose whispering, I give you a dare. My mind fought back, said no, that ain't right. You may be judged one day when you see the light.
You know, what's the look for, my brother?
I was just looking at the microphone at the gauges and I was confused a little bit because they're all on low. I get the one with the headphones because I don't use the headphones plugged in the microphone. But then I have the other gauge where it's set, where I can set it from microphone and the computer. And now it makes sense. Yeah, okay. I was confused for nothing.
You were confused for nothing, right?
For nothing. I figured it out. It's all good.
All right, we are at question 12 of 15. I have dropped a StreamYard link down there. If Vinay and Shane would like to grab those things, it's that link is for Vinay and Shane if they would like to grab them, both of them, if they would like to. If not, that's okay too. But it is down there for you guys if you'd like to grab it. Get up here for the last 2 questions or so, and then Vinay can give her announcement right here if she'd like. Next question, 12 of 15.
Hey, you didn't give the answer.
I didn't.
No.
Everybody got it right. Give everybody it.
Okay.
Get out of the car, questions are asked. Tell on your buddy you're now being tasked. But I kept my line, didn't play that part.
I can't go backwards, dude.
Respect in my heart, right is right. Wrong is wrong. That's the whole point. It is a lyrical song. Wrong feels good for the moment, but it never leaves you alone. You always feel reprisal. The moral compass song. You can lie to the world, not the man you are. Right
is right. Yeah, I can't go backwards, my brother. So when you said I didn't give the answer, I screwed up. That was my bad. You know what I mean?
But B was the answer anyway, so everybody got it right anyway. So
yeah, I figured.
I just noticed you didn't show the answer, and that's why I said it.
Yeah, I figured it did, but I won't make the same mistake. The trust statistic supports concern about weak or what? Answers are locked. Let's reveal it. See, social trust. Everybody got it right there as well.
Yeah, they did.
They sure did. So that was 12 of 20. We've got 12 of 15. We've got 13 of 15.
Right, it should be your northern star. Boss cut corner said sign it fast. Numbers ain't clean, but the deal's gon' pass. Bonus
Now, where'd Chase go?
Money for free. Everybody does it.
I
That's
don't
what he
know.
said to me. Pen in my hand, hot, saying wait, some doors you
Must be going to fix his hair and putting his makeup on.
Got a good one, home who keeps me in line. Temptation loud when the night runs long, but respect don't bend just cause it feels strong. Turn away, let silence talk. Real love stands, fake love walks.
Right is right. Wrong is wrong.
That's the whole point
Of this lyrical song. Wrong feels good for a moment, but it never leaves you alone. The military section asks whether standards should resist what? Answers are locked. Let's tell you about it. A, society. So, Sora and Kashmir. Mwah, 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 mwah. Both of you. Sora, that is going to burn in your head. Tonight, you're going to be like, you're going to go to sleep hearing, mwah, 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 mwah. That's going to haunt you all night long, Sora. I'm just trying to say. Question 14 of 15. I told you he was getting his makeup on.
never leaves you alone.
Hey, Chase, how you doing?
Hey, Chase.
A moral compass tone. You can lie to the world, not the man you are. Right is right. It should be a northern star. He said, don't tell him, eyes full of fear. Friend in trouble, but the truth's right here. Cover him up or spill the beans. That line gets thinning on you, he leans. Do you speak the truth or shy away? Lose a friend, you surely may. Mirrors don't lie when face to face. You carry your choices all over.
Renee Schulman, get your ass up here for a minute. We're on the last question.
It's different when your hands stay clean.
Go ahead. Make me do it again, Vinay. Make me do it again. You know what? This chick is something. This chick is something. You know that, bro?
Yeah.
She's really something. Because she makes me double work, bro. I mean, I got to go through all this hassle of copy paste shit again. You know, I mean, it's like it's a big deal, you know, because I know it's already scrolled all the way up there, and she's like this, but she needs to come up here now. She needs to come up here now. I mean, Chase came up here. Look, he did his beauty work and shit. He even fixed his hair. No fucking bandana on this guy. Look at him.
Yeah, but this is the second time he comes online without a bandana. That's something for Chase.
That's something for Chase, man. How you doing, Chase? Glad you could join us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you know something. Before we get to our last question here on the trivia for the month of May, I believe. I don't think we're coming close. Do we have a tie in the works tonight, brother?
After you reveal the answer for this one, I will tell you.
C, judgment.
C. Let's see. Do we have a tie? No, we do not.
No matter what happens in the next question, we don't have a tie?
No matter what, we're going to have a clear winner tonight.
Okay, so no matter what, we're going to have a clear winner. There's Vinay Schulman joining us tonight. So we have Shane, we have Vinay joining us for the last question. We are coming to the end, but we had to get these two people up with us tonight just to say howdy, and I'll explain it to you after we do this next question. You know, I'll explain it to you after this next question, brother. But I did want to say thank you, Shane, by the way. You know, we're going back on our videos as of the last 3 or 4 or 5 months of, you know, we've been doing this now for 9 months. As you guys have pointed out, we've made 1,000K subscribers, a little over 1,000K tonight, which is congratulations, my brother. Well done. Thank you very much to Vinay, Shane, and all the other people in the chat. You guys have made it all possible. So thank you very much. You know, and the deal is like this, Shane, our most watched video, not other than a short, not the shorts. The shorts are more watched, but our most watched live video has come with you as our guest, which I think we've hit 1,000 subscribers on it. I think we just did 1,000 not 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 views. I think we just hit 1,000 views on it yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
I think so.
I thought it was 953 or something, but yeah,
is it 953?
That's what it was when I looked at it the last time. It was
Yes.
900 and something. I don't know if it reached a K, but anyhow,
Well,
Chase predicted that shit, man. He's
Yeah.
some kind
Yes,
of
he did.
Nostradamus.
I'm gonna mute myself. So
Yes, he did, and I didn't check. I didn't check it. I didn't check it myself, but I did get a notification today on YouTube saying that your video has hit 1,000 views.
Cool.
So I did not check it physically myself, but I did get a notification saying your video has reached 1,000 views. So I don't know if it's true or not. Either way, we are damn close to it. So thank you very much for that. Listen, we're getting the last question of trivia, man, and then we will talk for 5 or 10 minutes before we all do our thing. 15 to 20, man, or 15 to 15. Here we go.
okay, here we go.
Here we go.
With yourself on a daily routine, right is right. I don't
And now you guys get it real time.
even if I stand here alone with the choices I make. Wrong seems so right at times in our life, but I want a family, a kid, and a wife. So do your best to keep your morals strong. If you are true to yourself, you'll rarely be wrong. Lie to yourself and say it's okay. The choice is yours, but one day you will pay.
Yeah.
No idea.
Just
I'm sitting
choose
here
one,
wa-
Chase.
Yeah, I'm sitting here wondering what's taking Vinay so long to answer. She's watching the shit in real time right now. I mean, she doesn't have
Yeah,
the
but I
lag.
don't want to. I'm taking compensation to the lag, yeah, because I've got the YouTube open and everything open, so I can see when what.
The 400 emergency statistic makes poor decisions more what? Answers are locked. How about D, dangerous? And everybody except for Iceberg, of course, the hillbilly got it wrong. But I just realized that I have a nickname for everybody here. I didn't realize it till the hillbilly came out of my mouth. Ice, man. No matter, I hope that lives with you too. So, man, I just realized that when that came out of my mouth, I was like, damn, I got a nickname for everybody, I think. The only one I don't have a nickname for is Vinay. I need to come up with one.
I was just going to ask
Oh,
who
that's
it was.
awesome.
Yeah. I think you're the only one. Shane is the hippie. Let me see. Icebringer's the hillbilly. Kashmir is the villain. Triker is the youngin. Let me see. Oh no, I don't have one for. I don't have one for Nomad either. Nomad and Vinay. I need to come up with one. And Sora is the. She doesn't even have a name to her. So what can you do? So do we have a winner or do we not? Do we have a clear winner?
Yes, we do have.
All
a
right, then
winner.
let me shut this. Let me shut this down. Let me shut this one down. All right. Talk to me, my brother.
So, the winner on tonight's trivia with 12 points, we've got Nomad.
Nomad.
Nice, Nomad.
Congrats.
Okay.
Way to go, Nomad.
Well done,
And-
Nomad.
And on second place, we have Vinay with 10 points.
Awesome.
And on third place, we have Kashmira and Triker. That's a little suspicious with 9 points. Kashmira,
Oh,
please explain.
those two cheat, man. Those two cheat.
or
They sit side,
Triker.
side by side.
Triker, is Kashmira copying from you? Be honest. Don't lie.
No, but I gotta give Triker huge kudos too, man. You really gotta give Triker kudos, bro, because whether he copies, knows the answers or not, he's a 10-and-a-half-year-old kid, and he came in second place this month
Man,
out of
not
17
bad.
players, man. 17
Yeah,
players.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. And he gets no ups. He has no idea what these trivias are about. He gets no help whatsoever. So whether he copies, knows the answers, whatever he's doing, I give him kudos. Kudos to you, Triker, man.
Man,
Great job. Great job.
I know he's not copying from Kashmira.
Yeah, Kashmir's all in that same realm of I know. She had the nerve of telling me one day. She goes, I purposely throw the answers because I don't want to win. You lie. You lie. You lie. Nobody throws the answer to come in 8th place.
Poor
So
Kashmir.
listen, that brings me to the reason of why I have brought Vinay and Chase up here, my brother. Normally we'd be saying our goodbyes right now, right? But we have, for anybody just joining us, we have a weekly trivia. As you can see, it goes off on Sundays and it goes off on Thursdays. We also do Tuesdays, but no trivia. So Sundays and Thursdays, we play for a weekly. It's a weekly thing. And at the end of the month, we have a prize that goes out. It's not huge. It's not thousands of dollars, but it means a lot from us to you for joining us and that kind of situation. Well, Vinay won last month.
Yes.
Renee Nell down here. She won last month and she received a T-shirt last month, and she just got it recently. I got back. Chase over here is asking for like old shirts from people. So if somebody feels need, I mean, just look at him. I mean, so he's having a difficult time of it all. But I did invite these two up because Vinay, I don't have the correct numbers for you right now, but if you go to itsnotokaytv.com or scan that QR code above my head there, you'll see that what the leaderboard is on our trivia, and you'll see that Vinay has won the monthly trivia of May.
Yes.
She has won hands down. There's not even a contest. Well done, Vinay.
Yay!
Bravo.
Well done.
Yay! Thank you.
Which-
Thank you. Thank you.
Which I gave Vinay an option. My brother Milo. I gave Vinay an option. She could either have a $20 Visa card given to her, rechargeable Visa card. She could have 30 songs of our music, what you heard in the trivia and stuff, which we sell for $10 for every 15 over at the itsnotokaytv.com. She could have 30 of those songs for her prize, or she could have another shirt. Okay, so and I know our shirts are awesome. And they look great, but I didn't know if she would want that or not. So, Vinay, what was your answer, and what do you want for your monthly prize?
I would like the shirt again because it's so awesome, but I would
Okay.
like to nominate Chase to receive it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so what?
He's
You don't
a
want to
huge
give?
fan, and
Don't-
one of
don't
his
cry,
videos
Chase.
went off the rails. So where he was on the show, so I really feel he deserves one,
Oh, sweet.
Well,
even though he won't be able to do it on his own.
I'm too dumb to
That's
win one
it.
myself.
but I gotta say that's very nice of you.
Yes.
And Chase,
Excellent.
Chase, I hope you
Thank
enjoyed
you.
the shirt.
I personally would have given him the old one and then taken the new one. But then again, for as long as she had to wait to get the new one, it's okay. Vinay, that is super duper awesome of you. Shane,
Shane.
yes, she absolutely did tell me that. That's why she said she wanted me. I asked her if she wanted. I knew about this a day or two ago, and she asked me if I asked her if you wanted me to tell you or just send it out, and she wanted to tell you herself. So I felt it was well worth her coming up here telling you herself that you have. Yeah, I would cry too, because that's the kind of thing
Why are you crying?
you can cry right
I'm
now,
touched.
but the
I'm
next
touched.
time she boots you off of what's up, say yeah,
She never let me back on.
she never lets you back on.
No, I'm permabanned. I don't.
What kind of person are you, Vinay? You kick him off of what's up and then you don't let him back, but give him your shit.
Well,
It was my spam joke. I think was the final.
I-
Was the
yeah,
final
that-
nail in the coffin.
That was the last drop.
Mm,
yeah,
it's
yeah, it
okay.
was.
Fantastic.
I don't excel at social
right.
media.
You actually
Well-
do, so it's good.
That's fantastic. Listen, Shane, I do have your address and everything. I believe it's 100% correct, and you do take a size large, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just
so,
gonna let him. He said something. It must be rather sent to the PO box, so I'll send you the PO box.
okay, so you're going to change the address then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
get door-to-door delivery. We have to go to the post office.
Oh, good thing you told me. Well, you get that out to me.
Why
Get
can't
me
we
that.
just send it to the post office?
You can. That's where my box is.
Oh, it's the same box.
Yeah, box. Yeah, it's box number. That's what
It-
it's. And
Oh,
Is the
okay.
number 121?
no, that's my home address.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
454 45
Four, five, five, 455. Yeah, that's an inside joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's box 36.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
Well,
On
it's
the on
okay.
the pri-
We'll
on the private side of things, go ahead and send me that information, and
All right.
I'll have that out to you probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay. Tomorrow's a holiday here in Romania.
Yeah.
I'll get it out to you Tuesday or Wednesday. I have no idea how long it takes to get to Canada, Chase. I have no idea, but whenever it gets there, it'll get there.
Probably you're gonna get it by the end of next month.
It took Vinay. It took Vinay damn near a month to get. Well, she sat on it for a month, for a week too. I mean, it was there for like 7 or 8, 9 days before she went to get it.
I'm
Yeah.
just picturing Milo in a boat whipping.
Yeah, delivering the
Swim
shirt.
faster, Joey. Swim faster.
You can do it.
Cashmere whipping, Milo rowing. Yeah.
No, it is. It's a fantastic thing. So congratulations, Vinay, for winning the trivia, and congratulations to you, Chase, for having such a wonderful person to give you her prize. So
I am touched, and
yeah, you're a loved person, and you're loved by both me and Milo as well. You're loved by
thank you,
both me
guys. Yeah,
and
love you guys.
Vinay, you
Love
as much. The both of you guys have meant everything to this channel. So I wanted to say thank you to you
Cool,
both
thank you.
and say, keep it up, man. You guys are wonderful. You
awesome
guys are
show.
part of the reason for
Love
our
it.
growth.
Kudos
huge-
all
huge
around.
reason.
Awesome. Thank you.
So thank you very much. We're going to
Yeah.
go ahead and end tonight's show. And I just wanted to make that clear to everybody so there was no mistake about everything. You can stick around while we say goodbye, or you can go. That's your choice. But either way,
I'm heading out. Thanks, guys. Peace. I'm out.
peace. Thank you, Vinay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, I'm out too. How do I do that? Just kick me. It's easy.
Okay.
Ciao, Shane. Go ahead and have Vinay hit me up with those digits. There you go. And you do your thing. My brother Milo,
Yeah.
we are at
Yes,
the end of this here episode. Why don't you say what you got to say and do what you got to do? Where's our
Well-
background, dude?
I removed it because I was doing some yeah. I
Yeah,
was
it
doing
doesn't matter.
some-
Do your thing.
There you go. Asha.
There you go.
Congratulations, Vinay, for winning this month's trivia. Again. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here with us tonight. We had a lot of fun. I had a lot of problems with my camera, but everything is a-okay. We had a wonderful night. Spread the kindness, spread the love, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Yep. We'll see you on Tuesday. And which brings me to I do have to apologize to everybody. I said that this Sunday you and me would be together, my brother, tonight.
Yeah, but it was
we-
just
we-
too much.
It was too much because you were gone for the weekend, and mathematically it was possible Vinay did not win tonight, so we could not put the trivia on hold, and you were not
Yeah.
set up for the trivia on your end. So we had to make it possible and fair to everybody. So we didn't get together tonight, but we will be together for Tuesday nights. Edition.
Tuesday
where
night,
there's no
it's
trivia,
a lot
just
easier
fun.
without the trivia. Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot better for us just to be there together and just have some fun and break some stories.
Exactly. So we will be together, everybody, on Tuesday. So in the meantime, thanks for joining us tonight. It was a wonderful night. Had a fantastic trivia, had a fantastic content. I think it went very well tonight. You guys rock. You are the reason we survived. 1,000K tonight, my brother. 1,000K. We did it. 1,000 subscribers. We made it tonight. Thank you for the chat for letting us know during our show tonight. So, man, I got nothing but love, nothing but kudos to each and every one of you. I'm Joey Shits. That there's my brother Milo Giggles, and together we make Shits and Giggles here on It's Not Okay TV. And it's so long farewell, but it's never goodbye. We'll catch you Tuesday evening.